I like that music.
Yeah.
So good.
It's a great way to start the Saturday evening.
Yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hey,
Hi.
everyone.
Woo.
Woo.
I forgot that this was a comic cocktail hour. I don't have a drink. Oh.
Are you a Hydra homie?
I mean, I'm hydro-homieing it, so, you know.
No, I have no liquids.
Well, if you want to run and get a liquid beverage while we, you
That's
know.
having a super deconstructed cocktail.
Yes.
Air
it's just
cocktail.
the O2, the hydrogen and the oxygen
Yeah.
and the environment.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's like in Parks and Rec. It's that special bar where you get the different forms of the
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah.
How's the mouthfeel of your air? It's an oaky afterbirth.
Afterbirth?
It's an Office reference.
Okay.
God.
Fair.
Okay.
Hi.
And on that note, hi everyone.
Hello.
Comic Cocktail Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. This week we're not discussing a book. We are discussing still a comic related thing.
There's
We're
comics
discussing-
involved in this now. They
There
do
are
the
comics
spin-offs. They're still
involved.
going.
Yeah. Released October, and apparently the solicits for the one in October are like super heavy spoilers for season 3.
I know. I'm not reading those. I refuse. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, like reading DC solicits is like reading 40 different Batman titles and then like a few other things. So like, yeah, just skip everything. Yeah. But yeah, so we're talking Harley Quinn, the TV show, since season 3 is starting back, this Thursday, I think, the 28th? Yep. So it's Thursday. We decided we'd have a show tonight to celebrate and talk about seasons 1 and 2. So yeah.
Yes.
Whoa.
Hooray.
And to do this, we have Lauren joining us. Lauren, that's right.
Hi.
I'm still learning the directions. So you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Lauren. I'm your friendly neighborhood bi on Twitter and all that stuff. And if you followed me at all anywhere else, I named the series they did last year that tied in, that filled in between seasons 2 and 3 of the show. I named that the best series of last year, and I stand by it. It was my favorite comic series out of everything last year. And we're getting some more spin-offs this year, which I'm really excited about. So the second Jamie asked me to come on, I was like, yes, like I get to talk about this mess of a show. Absolutely. When and where. Like I will work my schedule around yours.
Nice.
Awesome.
I love it. I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hopefully we'll keep Todd long enough and the storm won't steal Todd away.
We'll see. Yes.
So to start our discussion, I figured we'd start with a basic, easy warm-up question. So in the show, Harley Quinn has a crew made up of Poison Ivy, King Shark, Dr. Psycho, and Clayface. So my question to y'all, and you can make a crew out of people. Oh yeah, and Psy, my bad. Totally forgot Psy. Whoopsies. So yeah, if you can make up a crew, your own crew, and you have to limit down to 3 out of any characters on the show, who would you take? And Aaron,
any characters on the show, so they can be a character that showed up for 2 seconds. They can be they can be a villain. Okay, I like this.
Yeah, you can take the guy that Harley broke his knee in episode 2.
Perfect.
Or whatever.
Good.
I mean, it's a good diversion. Why not? Like,
yeah. So who wants to go first?
I choose Superman.
Oh Lord.
Oh boo.
Boo.
throw tomatoes.
Okay.
Oh, the storm does take out your power.
I can go first. As someone who's only seen season 1. I would pick Bane.
Yes, he's
As
Powerful
awesome.
decision.
Yes. I would pick Kite Man.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
I feel like I just vibe with Kite Man. Like, just the energy.
If you don't, you're not right.
Right? Like, and then Esteban or Steve from Tulsa. I don't know why Lex Luthor keeps calling him that.
Incredible.
I just feel like he'd be really efficient.
Yeah.
He'd be really good at just like the admin work and the little shit that I don't like.
Smart.
Yeah. Like
There
I
you
could
go.
confide in him and he would be equally bitter, but we would commiserate instead of me pushing him out the door. He'd be like, yeah, my last boss was kind of racist and would call me Esteban instead of Steve from Tulsa. And yeah, so that's
There you
why I think I'd pick those 3.
All right.
Just a variety of skills
I
there.
like you calling them Esteban still, though. Like,
Yeah.
Esteban. Go. Esteban from Tulsa. Tulsa.
I'll go next. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
My lights just flickered.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'll go real
Twilight
quick.
Zone's happening.
Yeah.
Kite Man. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's where we overlap because gotta have Kite Man.
Hell
And then I feel like it would be Harley and Poison Ivy in real life. That's but I want to choose like the B characters because Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn are like, let's hang out. That'd be dope.
Also, Ivy isn't in a gang because she's not evil. She's just an eco-terrorist.
There you go.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. But then King Shark, because oh my god, I die every time he speaks, and then even him killing someone is hilarious every time. It's just so good. Like, wow, that decapitation was gory as fuck, and I am here for it. It's hilarious. And then the last one's toughest, but I think it'd be Clayface because I'd want to be nice to him because it's just like poor guy gets it rough. He's incredible, and the things he can do are just outstanding. And I would just I love Clayface. I love Clayface in the comics as a character, especially Tynan's Clayface is incredible. But this Clayface is the best Clayface.
I love how
so
he's
good.
just like an overgrown theater kid. Like the episode where they go to college and he like pretends to be a sorority girl and he gets way too caught up. Oh, so good.
Yes. Sure. Was it?
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Yeah, that's it.
Steph.
Yeah.
Oh, is that in season 2?
It is in season 2. It's like
It
the
is
second
in
episode of
season
season 2.
Yeah, it's
Oh
really
no, I haven't
Yeah.
got here yet.
It's my favorite episode of season 2. Like it's one of those I could watch over. It's I say that just because it's one of those I could watch over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It introduces another character that's a big deal, which is amazing.
There's not a whole lot of plot you need. It's just like you don't need to know what happened before it or what after it. Like you just know they're going to college and that's it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just utter
Can't wait to get
chaos. I
there.
mean, I would I agree with Todd there. I would definitely have Clayface. I would have Frank the Plant. I can't believe all this Frank erasure is happening.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
And the
I
pot
made a horrible
guy.
mistake.
Yeah, we gotta have Frank, and you know I can't believe we're also having Swamp Thing erasure. So I'm gonna take Swamp Thing too.
Was he in
I think
season
the
1?
show did
Wait,
that.
It
That's
might
not
have
my
been.
remind me where Swamp Thing was.
I think it was at the end. Was it the end of season 2? I'd have to look. There was an episode where, I think it was one of the finales, 1 or 2, where they do all the whole. I can't remember who they're fighting, but then like Harley and Ivy have that moment where they're going back and forth. I think it was when Ivy was trying to do something, and then at the end you see Swamp Thing in that lake pop up.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in the
season 1.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be in season 3. It looks like from the trailers. So I'm very excited. He's there, so dibs.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck
Fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough. I would do I lost her Queen of Fables in my crew.
That's a
As
fun
like
one.
the veteran, just like grizzled tax code book, you know?
Yes.
Choice. Like,
Just out there choice.
yeah.
I have to go with Clayface again. I have to also do the Clayface.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So versatile, and I need an actor. I got one, you know. I don't know when I would need an overgrown theater kid, but you never know.
You always need
You-
one. You're crazy.
You never know. And then I might have to go Bane or Riddler. Like, it's tough.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Riddler's my favorite Batman villain.
Mhm.
And I love him in the show.
Yeah.
But he's like a one-trick pony in season 2, which it's funny.
Yeah.
But they kept going to the same thing. I was like, I really like season 1 Riddler. A little bit more going on.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was yeah. So in season 1, Riddler, that's like my favorite moment of the show where he's breaking the Ivy's breaking Harley out of prison stuff, and it's like, how did this plant get in here? And then he just pops up and it's like, I shit out a seed.
Yeah.
It was great.
So good.
It's like the best joke in the whole show to me. I ate an orange and shit out a seed.
And there's another small one a little bit earlier that like sold it for me was when the kid brought Calendar Man's son brought him a plant. It's like, it's okay. It's okay, Dad. You don't remember my birthday. I brought you a plant. And then the security guard's like burning it, smashing it down, like you can't have anything close to poison ivy. And they're going, no wonder your dad forgets your birthday.
Oh,
Remember
so
that.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
Holy
All right.
shit.
So in that vein, what are some of our favorite moments of the show? Like, be comedic, emotional. Because there are some in there.
Todd doesn't work on Wednesdays was one of the first gifts I've ever made. And it makes me really happy every time that I see fucking King Shark without his fin getting exploded and Todd doesn't work on Wednesdays.
Whose name is Bang now?
It's so good. Oh, I love that moment, and everything attached to Bane and Todd makes me super pleased. That's a really big high point for me.
Yeah.
I'm stomping on your fish, Aquaman.
Yes.
God,
So
me.
good.
I was like, what the fuck, Bane? I'm like, stomping on
Honestly,
your
Yeah.
fish.
Bane has some of the funniest lines. Like, it's so
Oh,
cool
yeah.
to see like all these characters that are
Yeah.
typically,
Yeah.
especially villains, seen as more scary
Mhm.
or threatening. Like, just be like fucking Bane, and then like in season 2, the
Mhm.
whole pit, like just the
Mhm.
pit, and how he's like, "All right, everybody, we're
Yeah.
gonna do all this reforming." I'm like, "Who are you?"
He's like a rehab counselor. Yeah. Like, he runs the prison. He's like,
Oh,
we do improv nights. And it's like, oh God, really?
The challenge show is tonight.
They
all
have
of the
George
coffee
Lopez
mugs really
coming.
got me too, by the way.
Hmm?
The coffee mugs all got me, like Harley's,
Yeah.
that it's like
Oh.
humans get
Yeah.
good fertilizer, and then I was like, I want all these mugs. I want all these
Really
mugs.
good.
Yeah. I think
the,
Bane, when he's sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the Clayface arm
Mhm.
and
Oh,
Gordon
yes.
episode where he's like, we're best friends.
Yes.
I'll never forget you, Jim.
It-
And then Clayface immediately re-absorbs his hand. Oh,
Yeah.
excellent! You know.
Is that the Jim Gordon? You're a good cop. You're a good
Yeah.
cop, Jim Gordon.
Yeah, you're a good job,
That's
Jim Gordon.
such a good episode.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that episode, and I love the callback to it in season 2.
Mhm.
It's great.
Yeah. And he's that was such an unexpected, hilarious character. Like, I was like, okay, not all of the characters are gonna land, but he absolutely landed. It's so funny how he's just like this run down, like done cop.
He's probably the darkest character,
Yeah.
really,
It's only
of
so
them all.
long you can have
Absolutely.
the eyes of your lover thrust above your dead eyes of your lover.
I love how much more they lean into how he is with Batman and how he
Mhm.
basically
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
he romanticizes Batman for himself, and it's like, bruh, like what is
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
But it's great. It works so well.
He like wants to
the-
invite. He tries to invite Batman over several times, and Batman's just like, "Gotta go."
Yeah.
Oh my god, the whole Damian talking about your first nemesis is something special, and you know,
Yes.
Bruce or Batman didn't have his first nemesis until he was in his 20s, and he's like, "Yeah, don't patronize me. So we're gonna start having sex." Oh, I hear the bat signal. Like that fucking got me. Damian's whole like, "I'm a cute little sweet potato pie" or whatever the fuck it
Yeah.
was. I was like,
Yeah.
"You
Yeah.
bitch."
Oh.
And then that moment where like King Shark's like, "I'm not good with blood," and they're like, and then they're like, "Oh, I just thought he'd get sick with it," and he just shark reaches. Yeah.
Yep.
You're
Which
like, "Oh,
we
he's
find
funny,
out why that's real bad in season 2 with his brother.
Oh.
Mhm.
His most embarrassing moment.
God, what was another season 1? All of the news tickers got me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
I
those
have
are
a gun
really
pointed
good.
at my head.
Yes.
Tanks, but no tanks. Just because some Jazz Fest
Yeah.
hippies couldn't read their email. Like that got me. That entire scene of Gordon just being like, "I want to ride a tank. Damn it. It's not prudent."
Ooh.
So good. So good.
What was it? Also, near the end, I just had it in my head and lost it. Come back to me. Yeah. Any other favorite moments?
I mean, really, Bane being disrespected by every villain is just my favorite thing. Because it's just, Bane is like the ultimate badass. He broke the bat. Like, it's all these things, and he gets like the shitty chair. He's not taken like seriously. And it's just, I'll be your end.
Yeah, any of
shall
those
be yours.
any of those like Legion or League of Villains meetings, like
Yes.
all of those are utterly hysterical. And then Luthor really just trying to be serious, and literally everybody else is fucking it up completely.
Yes.
I mean, is Luthor trying to be serious? Because he's over there eating your little like toothpick meat cubes and
That's
calling
true.
Steve from Tulsa his like ethnic public advisor or whatever.
Esteban.
Esteban. And he's like, "I don't know why he calls me that. I'm Steve from Tulsa." Like, what part of the Iberian Peninsula are you from? Steve from Tulsa.
Or in the meeting, Bane just goes, "Explosions," and then like Lex says, "I don't know what the fuck explosions are, Bane."
But we have explosives, like explosions.
Explosions.
Whose name is banged out?
Oh,
Todd doesn't work weekends.
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Todd doesn't work on. King Shark first showing up, being like the IT person, and you're really ready. Like the show sets King Shark up to be like, oh, he's gonna be docile. It's gonna be a joke because like, oh, big scary shark does computer stuff. But then like when you see him first decapitate somebody, you're like, oh, okay, got it. So this is the character, and then he's also has bloodlust. Cool, let's go.
What is it when he's in jail and all the guys, and then there's a new prisoner in, and they're like, "Ooh, new fish." He's like, "I told y'all to cut that shit out.
I'm gonna murder all of you." Like so good. Yeah, it was. I get a little fearful of adult animation because of like how quickly they go into just like really shitty low FPS frames per second fucking animation, and then just really crude like nihilistic jokes and
lowest common denominator stuff.
Yeah, and so when they're like, "Let's do Harley Quinn," I'm like, "Oh no, this is gonna be like some home video shit," you know, like. I'm not feeling this. What kind of Harley Quinn? And then they had the costume, and I was like, I'm not for Suicide Squad fucking watching, dealing with this. And so I've avoided it for a long time. And then we decided to talk about it. And I'm like, oh, this is actually quality. Quality.
Yeah. No, that's a good point though, because in general too, I shy away a lot from adult animation, both for quality reasons, but also with the kind of humor it goes into so quickly. And typically I've seen once it falls into that humor, it's done. Like it's stuck
Yeah.
in Bane's pit forever. Like you've got you're never getting reformed. But yeah, the Harley Quinn show surprises me that they seem to do a good job balancing out that level of humor with other humor that's like I don't know how to call it, but like I guess more high quality humor, but like they balance each other out. So if you really like that lowest common denominator humor, you get it, but if you also aren't really into that, you get other stuff you'll like. So there really is something for everybody.
They
It
hit
feels-
you high and hit you low.
Yeah,
Real good.
it feels clever, like it's clever, lowest common denominator, because it's never just fart jokes for fart jokes' sake, you know.
Yes,
they're clever about how they do it.
Yeah, when they hit low, it's either
Yeah.
because they're trying to hit low and it's obvious. They're like, we know this is the low common denominator, but usually it's, oh, you could take it at face value, but then there's another layer underneath it where it's like, oh, that's really good. While being disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like Dr.
There was that-
Psycho, his entire
God.
Anytime he opens his mouth or anything, like just don't open anything. He could open a jar and it would be horrible. Like
Yeah.
But there's that episode in season 2 where it's that whole episode where they basically make fun and they satirize the fanboy, you know, like people watching the Harley Quinn show and having their dude bro moments to it. And when I saw that episode, I was like, you know what? They really went really on the nose here, but it works. Like that's not even one of my favorite episodes, but I like that they still did it because it served its purpose.
Yeah, and the fact that one is wearing like a Release the Snyder Cut shirt is so good.
And he's talking about how he hates the show and doesn't watch it, yet remembers every episode.
Right, like
and it's just like it's such of like we've all interacted with that person on Twitter.
I am that person. No, I'm kidding. I'm fine. I don't do that. I don't have the bandwidth to remember things I like. No, but we've interacted with people like that on Twitter. Fucking, what would be really, really great is if season 3 they had the same thing, but then his head exploded since most of the Snyder Cut folks were bots.
Yes,
as we found out recently, none of them were real.
I mean, for some people, it wasn't really recent to me. Like, it just seemed kind of obvious. Like, you've got like the 50 people with their Stan Snyder accounts, and then the rest of us are like, what? Huh?
It's like, if you want to do it, that's cool, I guess.
I mean, listen, if they want it, I think they should just crowdfund all the money themselves, give it to Snyder, and Snyder can make it for them. Like, I don't care. That's your business.
Or Snyder can go off and do his own shit.
I'd love to see Snyder's independent Justice League film, to be perfectly honest. That sounds really interesting and terrible.
Yeah, it's like
a shoestring budget with Snyder trying to do superheroes. Let's go.
This is what you wanted.
Yeah.
Well, see, the good news is that, as Aaron said, Harley Quinn doesn't have a shoestring budget, which is nice, especially with animation, because we've had some rough animation for Marvel and DC, here and there. DC, I think, has tended to do better with the animation, but it's been kind of hit or miss over the last couple of years, I feel like,
Definitely over the last couple of years, like they had some really good classic stuff in the animation style. And then I watched the Dark Justice League.
Justice League Dark?
Yes. With the one with Constantine and all them. And I was like, what the fuck is happening with this art?
Why did they have to do them dirty? I don't get it.
Like, that and like why also is Constantine like fucking that dude's an alcoholic. He should not be that chiseled. That's tightly strained against
It's magic. It's magic.
Magic comes at a cost.
Yeah, and
the cost is that he's an alcoholic.
Is that a cost? You can be an alcoholic
never have one.
And fucking ripped. Like, and Zatanna still wants to fuck you. Like, I don't know what's the cost.
No,
I'm working on my chiseled 6-pack right now. Thank you, Constantine.
Todd accepts all the consequences. Todd's like, that's fine. As long as I get a chiseled 6-pack in Zatanna, we're good.
Let's go. Yep, let's go. Thanks, Constantine.
Also, his accent was shit. But anyway,
that's not the animation's fault.
That's not the animation's fault. But I am like, still in my head distracted by the eyebrows. Like there's just something about the way. Anyway, that's a
I
different
love it.
note.
I didn't mind the art style that much, but I think it's because it's interesting because you don't like it because of like quality issues. I go into animation accepting that there's going to be problems, and then I get surprised like with something with Harley Quinn, where it's like, oh dang, they only use like the non-moving background thing minimally because that's a nice shortcut. Like all of a sudden someone will be talking in the background and they'll stop. And the main characters are like the same, like moving, but everything in the background stays put. They do that because you have to make things work.
Yeah.
But they do a really good job with how high quality it is. It's few and far between, and it's way less obvious. They do a really good job pulling view and doing the shortcuts they do take are minimal and well executed.
You know,
great.
You are right about that with the Harley Quinn show. And actually, at first, I was kind of like reserving opinion because there was something about it where it was very like the head kind of doesn't move, but the rest of the face does. And I was like, reserving opinions. We're going to hold out on this. But I got used to it. It got better as it kind of went on. To counter that with the Justice League Dark, though, is that it I think tried to follow the Young Justice art style too much, and Young Justice seasons 1 and 2 fucking killed it, and then Justice League Dark did not for that animation style, in my opinion. But I did enjoy Harley Quinn as it went on. They introduced more characters. They had more fight scenes. I was like, okay, all right.
So you're definitely gonna check out season 2.
I guess. Certainly, if there's a college episode where Clayface pretends to be a sorority girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
You have
Like,
to.
It's
You
like
will
second
not regret
episode
it.
in. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I won't watch after that.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, you will.
Yes, you will.
You have to.
Yes, you will. Yeah.
I'll probably binge it all tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it. I encourage it. If you're not gonna sleep, do that. Yeah.
The finale is
might as well.
incredible in season 2. I am so pumped. I'm so pumped.
I'm excited for you to see it. Yeah.
Oh, it is action packed. I think they saved like 80% of the budget for the last 2 episodes because all of a sudden shit was popping off. It's like, whoa, let's go.
There are some phenomenal animation studios that I would love to see get their hands on titles. Like, okay, so you know Deadpool has a manga, right? It's horrible. It's like they tried to get all the like jokes from the Deadpool movie into the manga, and it was just like, no. However, a Deadpool anime would be fucking boss as shit if they had certain studios draw it, and that's just kind of there are some studios that I'm like, please get your hands on animation or on Western superheroes because you could make that choreography fucking gorgeous. Like, just anyway.
Nice. Yeah.
That's. I want manga stunts with my Justice League. Okay, like
that'd be rad. I'd be all for it.
I want Superman shocked, like with eyes bugging out of his head, and they're like,
Harley Quinn definitely is closer to like the Archer animation fight sequence style, which is great because Archer is like dumb good. It's TV level animation from like, and they care, not like other things. And Harley Quinn is like right up there with it. When Archer pops off, it's amazing, explosions and all these things, and it looks great. And Harley Quinn totally, it feels like the spiritual successor to Archer, where it was like, okay, here's another adult animation where if you pay attention, you are actually going to get a lot of jokes, and then it's also going to look super pretty and be gorgeous. And
point. Yeah,
I gotta say, the animation had better be good because we've been waiting a long ass time for this 3rd season, like a long ass time.
Yeah.
I thought I finished it, but apparently I didn't. And I got to watch the last 2 episodes today.
Nice.
I went through and I was like, that's weird. I don't remember it finishing like that because I just went through like the summary. And I was like, oh, I thought it ended way differently than this, and I didn't realize I never actually watched the last 2 episodes.
Oh my
And my mind's
god.
like, and I'm like, oh, this season 2 is great.
Yeah.
You gotta if you have the time before you watch season 3, you definitely should read the Eat Bang Kill Tour comics. There's only like 5 of them, and it's a perfect transition. Like and just from seeing the trailer of the 3rd season, it's really, I think it's gonna flow very well into the 1st episode.
Like it feels like it from the trailers, it looks like it picks up right after the end of the 5th one, of the 5th comic.
And the comic, it reads just like the show. Like T. Franklin did it, and she's phenomenal. She did the writing,
really is.
and then Max Saren's on the art. And I mean, it looks just like the show. It reads just like the show. I mean, it's like, you know, you're watching it, but you're just reading the words instead of hearing them.
It's a trade now too, right?
Yeah, August, end of August.
August? Yeah. Okay, I'll grab it then. So,
which
sweet.
I mean, come on, DC, get your shit together.
Right, it should be out now.
I'm gonna wait for episode 1 apparently then, because
it's like it's coming out end of July, and then you wait until the end of August to come out with the trade, and you know people are gonna want to read those before the show comes out.
Yeah, no, because you know they could already have it printed and out. Like, you don't have to wait. It's been a couple months since it ended. The last, it could have just come out the very next month. Like, what is like Boom's
All
doing
of
that
them.
now or something?
All of
Boom
them
does
come
it.
out the next month. Like,
Boom is hit and miss on that, because like Ma, for example, finished like last year.
What the fuck is that?
This week.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
but didn't Mamo had a
Mamo was pretty quick on the turnaround.
Yeah.
Like
That's
Boom
weird.
is very hit and miss with theirs. Marvel is like the next month.
Well, it's weird
Marvel's
what every
immediate.
publisher is prioritizing. I think there's a lot of prioritizing happening because of paper shortages still and such. And so you're seeing some things get put on the back burner. But like, you know, DC, they'll put this on the back burner. But Batman, next month, next week even. Like,
it's next week.
Well, like was it
only
Flash
3 issues,
Okay.
but here's a trade.
yeah, like what the no.
Or
We've already read Flashpoint. Move on.
Dark
Well,
Knight
Flashpoint
Steel
Beyond
had that, and Human Target both have those like summary issues that are like coming out mid-season. You're like, okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
cool.
They're doing that with Dark Knights of Steel too. Like the first 3 or so came out as a collected halfway through. So
That's the only way that I read it. Yeah, and I have to admit, I actually did enjoy it, and now I'm
I've
like,
heard decent things. So
Yeah.
that
Listen,
sucks.
I liked it up to a point.
I would enjoy it more if they would actually let Supergirl be Kara, and if they would just let Kara Zor-El be gay. But no, they whole ass change the name, and I don't blame Taylor for this. I sincerely believe that DC said, "We'll let you make her with Wonder Woman, but you have to change her name. That's the only way." And so he did.
Yeah.
Wait, Wonder Woman and Supergirl Woman are an item in a book?
And Dark Knight of Steel, it's an
Dark Knight of
AU,
Steel.
but
Yeah.
Supergirl and
Yeah.
Wonder Woman. But they
Damn,
changed
that's
her
a
name
power
to like
couple.
they
Fuck.
changed her name to like Zara or something, and then she's
Oh,
still like all angry all the
boo.
time. They went back on the anger route with her. And
Oh,
I'm
the
like,
Rage, the Red Lantern Kara?
no Red
essentially?
Lantern, just angry.
But I mean, like,
just
it was
angry.
that was the thing that
We
bumped
don't
it
get the
over because
cool
I
part
love
of the
Red
anger, just the
Lantern.
anger.
Red Lantern Supergirl is like my favorite.
That was cool, but this is just all Kara is now, or Zara, I guess, or whatever her name is. There is she's just angry and can't control her emotions again. I'm like,
she's with Wonder
we've seen
Woman.
Taylor, we have seen this before. I'm tired.
But she's with
Well,
Wonder Woman.
I mean,
Yes,
yeah, she's one of them.
That's pretty cool.
it is, but they can't even say it's Kara. That's the thing. It's Zara. Who's Zara? Well, she's basically Supergirl. Make it her. Change one letter. One.
Yeah. But also in the whole, we've seen this before, is he turned it into a Superman versus Batman story again.
Ugh. Really? That's what this book is?
It turns into that, yeah. That's what I tuned out. I was
really
like, I'm
just
done.
like to see if we have like,
Hello.
can we just get a Zara Wonder Woman comic then? Because I don't really care about Batman versus Superman. I prefer World's Finest, which is very good. But I like it when they team up. When they fight, I'm just like, we've been there. It makes no sense.
Honestly, look, if you're going to make them have really passionate, intense feelings for each other, just make him gay, like just for fun. We've seen
I
him
mean-
fight. I'm tired of it.
Is Tom Taylor writing it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
they're
are they
sealed.
not gay? Come on, Tom.
They're
God.
like, look, Mr. Taylor, we're gonna have you write a bunch of our gay shit, but only certain ones. So Jonathan Kent, he can be bi. Kara, no, she can't be. Make her Zara.
Zara.
Clark and Bruce, nah, they're just angry all the time. But don't you think they might do something with that passion? Nope.
Nope. Well, if there's not an angry sex sauna scene in this DC book, I just don't understand why I'm gonna read it.
Why do I even read comics if I don't get
Yeah.
gay sauna scenes every once in a while? Come
Yeah.
on,
Hey,
jeez.
Sauna.
Honestly,
on.
though,
What's the
mood.
point?
Fucking mood.
No. Fucking mood. We read comics and we don't get enough gay
Mood.
shit. Come on.
I
Yeah.
need abortions and gay sauna scenes in my comics. That's
That
what
should
I
be
fucking
how-
need,
that should be
DC.
how we
Get
read
on
comics.
it.
You're gonna monkey
many
pot, and it's gonna be a
abortions
gay abortion scene in a sauna.
God damn
The
it.
monkey paw closes.
Jesus Christ.
I have the monkey paw tattoo.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, and we lost Aaron.
Good.
I didn't know you have a monkey paw tattoo. That's
I have-
incredible.
Yeah, I
That's
carry
great.
my own curses. Let's see.
Hi,
Yo,
Bearded.
Bearded.
Welcome.
Bearded.
We're talking about Tom Taylor making everybody gay, but it's not gay enough.
It's not
By
gay enough,
the
and
way,
but Harley Quinn though, and the Eat Bang Kill tour, T is making everybody gay enough.
Yes!
Good to T.
Oh, there we
Good
go.
to T Franklin.
Yes.
Making
Hey.
Talk
everybody
about
gay.
Way to
Vixen
go.
and her girl. Listen. So
Yeah.
Is that the bang that they're talking about? Makes sense now. Got it.
yeah. So speaking of, how do we what do we think of the Poison Ivy Harley relationship in the show?
Eat
10
bang
out of
love. Yeah.
10 out of 10?
Yes.
Eat, bang, love?
I-
Gay
I
sauna.
love it.
Where's their sauna scene? This
Where's their
season,
gay
season
sauna
It's
three.
like
scene?
one big long sauna scene.
Well, I was going to ask,
The
what do
longer
we
the
want out of
better.
season 3? And I think we know what we want out of season 3.
Sauna scene.
Sauna scene.
The scene.
Nothing but sauna scenes.
Honestly, yeah. Tom
But they
Taylor
don't know how to
and her
make their
awesome.
characters eat pizza.
Oh, is that an issue?
Do
is
they
that like
eat
in
it
the
weird? Do they
Nightwing
eat it
line?
crust first?
They
I'm gonna
roll
start
it.
eating pizza crust.
They roll it up and then they eat crust first?
Ooh, they roll it up and then they grill it a little bit, and then it's like a
Oh,
quesadilla.
I know.
Sure.
They're
What the hell's
eating
wrong
it
with
in the
this?
sauna instead of having a gay scene in the sauna. That's
Gotcha.
what's happening.
And pizza
in a
sauna's
sauna.
terrible.
Yeah, sauna
How
pizza is just,
soggy.
yeah. That's like the worst place you could eat. Like one of the worst places you can eat pizza.
The
One
pepperoni
of the
gets
worst.
super soggy. It's
Well, I
one of
don't
the
know
On the
worst.
list.
Well, I don't want to rule out other places. I don't know. There could be worse places. I
But
don't
what
know.
about when
true.
you like drop, the pizza toppings into the sauna, and then you just have this like cheese thing like just floating around?
Yeah.
Like because it's buoyant. Anyway, that's
know.
So I dropped.
I'll take a look because
That's how.
you
Oh.
dropped Nightwing bold.
Not
Alright.
It will
really. I
be-
mean, it's one of those things where I like that he's brought Dick Grayson back more to his core, but past that, it's just it didn't have enough. It feels like that's all he's done really now. After the first couple issues, I'm kind of like, well, where's this going now, Taylor? Like beyond,
Yeah.
you've brought him
Yeah.
back, cool, he's back to basics, but what else are you gonna do? And so
I
far,
love it.
it's just a bunch of random crossovers, and I'm like,
It's so good.
Yeah,
it's
the
like my
random
favorite
crossovers
DC
also-
book.
The random crossovers almost lost me, and I've kept with it, and now it's starting to get better.
that's good.
So
It's the Dick Grayson I love.
Bruno
So-
Redondo's Dick Grayson is the prettiest Dick
Oh.
Grayson on the planet.
He's so
That-
pretty.
Yeah.
that ass.
Seriously.
Does he
No,
make
there's
an appearance in the
legit
Harley
an
Quinn
ass.
show?
No, he
He-
should.
in season
I
three.
would-
In season
He
3.
is.
Yeah, he's season 3.
Are we gonna get
Oh, spoilers.
okay? So when
It's
you
in the
actually mentioned
trailers.
that like
I haven't
Nightwing has
watched
an
the
ass,
trailers.
like I remember seeing this criticism of superheroes and how they're drawn and how like tactical, like trained tactical people in the real world, they do squats. They get that booty.
Oh, they
there's
get-
that
no, they
there's
have
that
a
nice little
booty.
bubble lip.
Mhm,
And yeah, none of the superheroes have it. Wally would have a fucking bubble butt. Such
All
a
the flashes
fucking
would be ridiculous.
bubble
Oh, yeah.
butt, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
massive like badonkadonk, and they're just like, I have a rectangle for a pelvis.
Oh my god. Wait, but now I have to know who has the best bubble butt on the Harley Quinn show.
I hope it's gonna be Nightwing.
Clayface.
God.
Clayface can make it.
yeah.
It can
He
be
can
a
make
both.
it.
Frank has a nice like I was
Frank!
watching the fucking episodes where
On
they
the
go
back
into
of his
Harley's
head.
mind. There is a back shot of him, and he has a bubble
Yep.
butt. He
It's
got
the
a
same in
booty.
season 2. He
Yes.
had, on the back of his bulb.
Frank has a bubble butt.
Bulb.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nightwing though. Okay, so I read the book. I'm not
Thank you, Bearded.
Starfire.
You just sent me the
Um,
link for eating pizza.
The I'm not Starfire one, where Starfire has a daughter who's all like, "Meh, I'm not."
Oh yeah.
I'm the edgy version of her, or whatever.
Raven's my godmother, and this is how I turned out.
Yeah, right. There is a scene that has Nightwing in it, and he's literally just back. He's doing the booty shot, like where it's just his bubble butt. And he's looking over his shoulder, and I'm like, I don't know why you're doing that, but I appreciate this as an adult.
I mean, all the thirsty variant covers they've come out with him
Oh,
for the Nightwing
yeah.
series.
Mhm.
Like all
I
those
love
art
it
stuff.
because I've been saying for years, if I have no issue with selling sex, but you need to go across the board. And
Yeah.
they're finally doing it with these like swimsuit Nightwing ones. It's like, there we go. If you're gonna keep doing Catwoman on a stripper pole, you're gonna need Nightwing in a Speedo and
with
hey,
a body
good
And a
job.
paint
sauna.
latex.
And a sauna.
Yeah.
and a
And a
sauna.
and a
Yeah.
sauna.
Pizza and a
Yeah.
sauna. Let's do
Pizza and a
it.
sauna.
Pizza in a
There you go.
sauna needs to
There
be
you
the
go.
new code word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, do
you
you
want to
want
grab
to
some
eat
pizza in the
in a
sauna?
sauna?
Pizza in the sauna. Pizza in the sauna.
Yeah. Pizza in the sauna? Pizza. Yeah. Do the pizza in the sauna, pizza in the sauna, pizza in the sauna.
Not Netflix and chill anymore. Pizza and
Pizza and a
sauna.
sauna.
Pizza in a sauna.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Amazing.
And you eat it wrong, so Bearded is
There you go. There
frustrated.
you go.
There we go.
That's
Yes.
enemies
I
it's
mean,
to
look,
lovers
not-
right there.
Not just
amazing.
everybody can eat pizza and sauna the right way. There's a specific way.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It involved.
Yeah, it's not like Netflix and chill where anybody can do it. Like, this is why
Mhm.
only certain people,
Gotcha.
like high-end LGBTQ people, because we are
Yeah.
the high end, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
There
those
you
are,
go.
that's the
There
high
you go. There you
end.
go.
When you come out, someone like you get a letter in the mail that tells
Yeah.
you how to pizza and sauna, its directions
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
Or if you earn
Pamphlet.
I got that.
points,
Do you not
It's a
remember that
two-parter.
letter?
if
Yeah.
you're
Don't I remember
platinum
that?
gay, you can pizza and sauna.
Yeah.
I mean, I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
platinum. Yeah, yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
else
the
is
name-
gonna have to like CC's in the kiddies pool in their yard.
It's a hot day. Here's a kiddie pool. Close enough.
Yeah. Get some Dominoes, you're fine.
CC's and kiddie pool.
Jack
CC's.
frozen pizza with a kiddie pool
I
is
can't-
the low rent version.
Totino's and kiddie pool.
Why
Totino's
are
and kiddie
we,
pool.
why
There
are
it
we
is.
partnered up with DiGiorno's? I mean, Rising Crust?
All right.
Natural rising crust.
DiGiorno's and jet pool, like in the jet tubs.
Sup, bearded? Let's pizza. Let's sauna
Hashtag pizza and sauna. All right, that's what we're
Yeah.
coming. If we've
Hashtag.
contributed anything to the world tonight, it's hashtag pizza and
Pizza
sauna.
and sauna.
I swear
Yeah.
to God,
There it
if
is.
there's a pizza
There you
and
go.
sauna like instance in anything, like
Oh shit! Yeah.
I would just
The,
be really
uh,
happy if they reference that Vine of two straight guys in a hot tub, 5 feet apart, but they're not gay. Like it
Yeah.
just
I'm really hoping for a sauna scene in Harley Quinn season 3 now.
Look, if it happens, we all called it here tonight.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was
We
it.
did.
Or
We
if they
did.
eat pizza.
But then we have to see if they do it
low
right.
bar. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
If they do both, then we've really won, guys. No, be funny? What if we saw
Hashtag
Gordon and
pizza and
Batman
sauna
doing
shirt.
it?
Yes,
Gordon.
that
That
is
would
the
be
way.
great. That's
Pizza and
Sorry,
sauna
Peter,
shirt,
that's the goal.
100%. And that can be vinyled on any shirt, so we can do that. That would be great.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
like season 1 Gordon though, with all of his like, my marriage is rock solid. It's fine. It's fine. My marriage is fine. I'm like, whoa, bro.
He's
Yeah.
thinking about how rock solid Batman is.
I mean, sis, like,
Yeah.
aren't we all?
Amazing.
So, have any of y'all watched What We Do in the Shadows?
Yes.
Mhm. So
Yeah.
good.
So, the familiar, I forget his name, Guillermo.
Uh-huh.
He's voicing Nightwing.
Bruh, that's gonna be
nice. He's
wild.
voicing Nightwing.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's great.
And he's trying to do this, and in the trailer, he's trying to do this grizzled Batman voice, and
Yes.
they immediately call it out. Like,
I love that.
Incredible.
That's gonna make me so happy.
I'm so excited.
I've
But
been
I have to
watching
wait until fucking August, apparently.
Same. Do
I mean,
Heroes Pizza and Sauna?
Heroes,
Santana?
those are
Yeah.
the only heroes.
Heroes team.
The only heroes I can.
Batman doesn't.
Pizza and Sauna.
Batman doesn't, because Batman doesn't do that kind of stuff. Heroes don't do
Right.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
Tom King had him do it, but then it ended up being a dream the whole time. So it just got retconned. So yeah, fucking Tom King.
I think Clayface should be the one to lead the movement in the show.
Yeah,
And
he'd
then
be
like
super drippy. He would drip like cheese in a sauna.
Yeah. And then, like the whole episode, everybody's like, "This is a terrible idea. Why would we do that, Clayface? Shut up!" And then by the end of it, all of them are doing it, including Harley and Ivy. Everybody.
It ends with them eating pizza in a sauna, and it cuts to black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pizza and sauna!
I shall sing Ave Maria.
The scene where he gets car sick and then he like just reabsorbs it through his skin.
Yep. Oh, it's
King
terrible.
Shark, and King Shark's just like, I don't know how you live with yourself.
Yes.
Like, fucking relate.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, good.
Yes.
Clayface is such. I'm like, it's so rejuvenating seeing him because it's such a nightmare concept. Like,
Oh,
to be
yeah.
made of clay, what does that imply? And they're like, this total thought exploration of Clayface has been a fucking delight of like the
Well,
horror that he is.
and the horror, but but I also love him because he accepts it, because Clayface could just walk around like a normal person.
Yeah.
He's shown that
Yeah.
he could just be a regular looking person,
Yeah.
but he's just true to himself and is just most of the time walks around as
Right.
Clayface.
Butt
Like,
ass naked
and
Clayface.
I love that. Like, it's so cool. Like, he
Yeah.
could be anybody, but he chooses just to be himself unless the
Yeah.
role says otherwise.
The Frankie
It's
Muniz
great.
part where he was Frankie
Yeah,
Muniz.
yeah. It is I,
Frankie
Muniz.
Muniz!
Yes. So good.
That's so great. Yeah.
Sorry, the Grandpa Wolf too. Like, why's your Grandpa Wolf
Yep.
Jewish? I took a swing.
Yes.
He's just so wild, just absolutely wild.
I'm
Yeah.
sad that I understand why Dr. Psycho wasn't in any of our crews, because fuck that guy in terms of having to actually hang out with him outside of comedic
Yeah.
relief.
Yeah.
But I'm a little sad Psy didn't make any of this, because Psy and transforming into like a car is someone, I don't know who pitched that idea.
It's in the comics. It's in the
No, that's what
Conor
but, like,
Palmiati, yeah.
that exists. Like, someone pitched the idea of this person turns into a car,
This
and I
war
love
criminal.
that the animated show
Yeah.
went into it and made it gross as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it is
yeah.
like, oh, that is terrible. And I love it. I think he's great, and probably makes me laugh as much as anything else, but it's never like a big chuckle. It's usually like that really like, that's funny, and also really sad, because it usually has some terrible like Vietnam flashback attached to it. And it's just like, oh, that's real dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why he wasn't on my crew. Of like, sure, there are some things that's really practical. Like, he has a large set of skills and things like that. But you know, every time he starts ranting, you're like, something
Yeah.
racist is going to be said. Like, it's just like, we're not. Well, it's kind of like Queen of Fables. Like, I mean, Queen of Fables, great choice if you want like a lot of skills as well, but she's like fucking evil. Like, I'm gonna end blood feuds before they start evil, and it's like,
Yep. She's chaotic evil, like all the way.
yeah, not
Straight
the
up.
thing. She'd be fun to like know and run into, like at reunions or parties where you're not like directly close enough to her or whatever.
She's
but,
not
like,
good at reunions. I saw what she does at reunions.
Oh, I mean, okay.
And it's terrible.
Okay, Legion of Doom bar nights.
Oh, okay, cool. Karaoke night.
Yeah. That would be great to have like
Trivia
run into her
nights,
there.
yeah.
Trivia. See you at trivia,
Yep.
bitch. Like, imagine that.
There we go.
Saying that
There
to
we
Go back
go.
Queen of
to
Fables.
before the episode started.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, and with Bane at trivia night, where they're like, where he gets the question wrong. He goes, "I'm gonna blow up Gotham Stadium."
Yes. Yes. I will blow you all up. Yes.
Like
this
I love when he.
Just always makes me. Sorry.
Yes.
I always laugh when it's like, is your car the Queen of Hearts? No, fuck.
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 Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah,
I'm gonna
Bane's,
start
I
using
think, the
Bane
best.
voice at trivia.
Yeah.
Oh, I use the Bane voice all the time, and it's real awkward. My wife doesn't watch the show. She doesn't get it, but I'm just like, yes, I'll blow you up. She just like lets it go. Like, can you let the dogs out? Yes, I'll let the dogs out, and then I will destroy you.
I will be the dog's reckoning.
Yes, I was molded by it.
I'm not sure any of my coworkers or my clients would watch the show, so I'd love to be like, yes, maybe check your spam.
If you don't check your email, I'll be your reckoning.
Oh, what is this chair?
Yes. You should have a really nice chair and then a tiny metal folding chair for your clients.
I'm just trying to get a chair.
Like a sign that says Bane's chair on it, you know?
Yes.
Actually,
Do
in
a
staff
terrible
meetings
drawing
now,
of Bane.
anytime people start fighting in staff meetings, I'll just be like, I just want a chair. It happens enough. But yeah, all the Bane's lines, just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'll just start being like, I'm stomping on your fish, Aquaman! I think I love that one.
What's she doing? What are you
It's
like?
really good.
There are no fish here, Aaron. What are you
They'll
talking
just hear me
about?
angrily clacking on my loud ass keyboard. I'm like, stomping on your fish! Just clack, 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 clack. Like, what the fuck? Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a derivative.
I mean, are we gonna start worrying about that now? Because we should just close up shop.
To be fair,
You fucking right.
Most of this episode was us quoting a different show.
Yeah. And then talking about other non-related comics just because we got on that rant. Yeah.
Anyway, T. Franklin making him gay as fuck.
Yes.
So what do we want to see for season 3 besides pizza and sauna?
I would say that's it. That's my
Expectations?
wish
That's
list.
the show.
Is that it? Yeah.
I mean, I want to see Harles and Ivy just. I want drama. Don't get me wrong. I want some drama. But if they do anything like serious to like break them up, I'm done. I'm just like, no, fuck you guys.
Fair.
We're here for it. Let's go. Let's see Harles and Ivy like stay as nice to each other as possible while still having like, you gotta have issues. But I'm
kind of like season 1 with Harl and Ivy.
Yeah, like it's cool, but like there's still, I want the foundation to stay put. I'm trying not to be too spoilery for Erin because she hasn't seen season 2, but like I don't want that to be rocked. I don't want that to be rocked too hard. And as long as they do that and keep up with like the quality and humor, I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely, especially if you read the in between 2 and 3, there's definitely the comic. There's definitely going to be like a little couple things that I have to go through. Like Ivy still has to do her own personal journey and stuff, but I think they're smart enough because basically the thing that's holding the show together in terms of it getting picked up for another season in the future is Harley and Ivy. Like that relationship is the show. And I think because of that, I don't think they're in any danger of actually being broken up. Like, yes, they might go through some issues and they might have an episode or 2 or whatever where they're apart for a bit and come back together. I'm not really worried about that. I actually kind of like not knowing anything about what to expect this season. Like, I feel like with so many other like superhero things, Marvel, DC, or otherwise, it's like, oh, we know what to expect in this, but maybe we'll be surprised. I'm like, I know nothing about what's gonna happen this season, and I'm here for it. Like, I want more villains. I would like to see Man Bat. I don't know why, other than I love him. Bring in
So
Man Bat
good.
for fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh man,
Yeah.
that made an appearance in season
Mhm.
1
Yeah.
and fought
Yeah.
Bring him back.
Aquaman. That's
Yeah,
right.
he comes
Like,
back,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
do a thing.
Yeah.
Do a thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah,
I got nothing.
any other characters we want to see besides Man Bat? Others we haven't
I
seen
want,
yet?
I want
show up?
all of my. I want the Green Lantern Corps to show up and be really dumb
Ooh.
because
Nice.
Green Lantern's my favorite, and I just want to see a Green Lantern contingent for no reason and it to be stupid. Like I just want to see him show up. I want to see Guy Gardner being a complete ass and getting like hit with like a bat by Harley or something, and then like they're gone.
Yeah.
Like a little cameo
You know what would
from
be
my boys.
I like to see like if we're talking about random appearances, because like James Gunn is gonna be in it
Yeah.
somehow. I would love to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
like Ivy like plant choke out Elon Musk or something. That'd be hilarious.
Yes.
Just a
Yeah.
random shot
Yep.
of it for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then you'd probably have to pay Elon.
But it's this nondescript, large torsoed billionaire.
Yeah.
I
There you
mean,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
We found it. We found
Yeah.
the workaround.
Yeah.
Jalon
Hell yeah.
Musk or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not you. Doesn't
Elaine
everybody look like this? You
Moose.
said it yourself,
Yeah.
man.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You know.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Todd. I don't want to I want them to have drama because all couples have drama.
Yeah.
Except mine, my wife and I, we're perfect together.
Sure, of course.
But yeah, of course, yeah. She's
yeah,
watching
same with
probably.
me. I love my wife, and we never have issues.
Mhm.
Sorry,
I've
she's
never
way
fought
up there.
with anybody in my life.
Yeah, no, we're perfect.
Exactly.
No issues.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like you want to see some drama, but I just also want to have like a season where they're just having fun and just
Mhm.
enjoying themselves.
Yep.
Because season 1 ended with a little bit of drama between them. Season 2, a little bit of drama between them. Season 3, let's not.
Yeah.
Let's have
Mhm.
external drama. But
yeah, exactly.
it's going to happen because that's what TV shows do. So
Yeah.
just don't break them up. Just don't fucking break them up.
I know what I want in season 3. If it didn't happen in season 2, I want Sai's sister to come back.
Oh, yeah.
The octopus
Hopefully
monster.
that happens in season 3.
I don't know.
That
I
sure
just
will
want.
happen.
I just want that as like a fucking side thing. That'd be great.
Why wouldn't that happen?
Is she dead?
No.
God damn it! God damn it! I'm out.
It's too easy. Amazing. Oh, so Aaron's having storm problems too.
There, yeah. Same storm. It's the same storm.
That storm moved from Michigan to Kansas real quick. Oh, it seems to be affecting me socially instead of physically.
It could happen.
No, yeah, I just want it to stay quality. Like if
Yeah.
they can just care as much about season 3, the farther you get in, the harder it is. Because Brooklyn Nine-Nine, one of my favorite shows of all time, gets rough at the end because it's just the same characters over time is hard. It's why we will always have people complaining about comics because unless you let them change the character fundamentally, there's only so much you can do with those characters.
Right.
And it's the same with the show. Like they basically made brand new characters for this show, even though there's like people that we recognize. That's not how Bane's ever acted. That's not how Clayface has ever acted. It's all these characters doing completely different things. At a certain point, the show has been using those completely new characters for a while, and it gets harder and harder to make new and interesting stories that can live up to when it was fresh, when any idea could be great. And I just hope that they can keep that up because that's going to get harder and harder as they keep doing it. So I really hope, I honestly hope we only get like 4 or 5 seasons and they're like, all right, it's perfect now. We're done. Like we made it rewatchable forever.
As long as you have a good ending.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
if it's 3 seasons and
100%.
perfect ending, or 4 seasons and solid ending.
Yep.
I'm
Then
happy.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I think I have a slightly different opinion, even though I agree on, like, typically, especially with comedy, shows get drawn out too long, and especially if you don't wrap them up. Like The Good Place is one of my favorites, and they wrapped up perfectly, like right on time. They knew how to do it. The writers made the right choice.
Yep.
But I feel like with this show, I mean, it's really its own universe. I mean, if you think about it, it's a Harley Quinn universe that just happens to have Batman. That just happens to have these other characters in it. And I think it has the potential to, I mean, if you think about it, to me, it's already crazy that season 3 is coming out next week and they've already greenlit 2 other comics in this world to come out in, the next couple months, which is amazing. But I think this animated universe could be a huge investment. Like, you can have spin-offs with characters like Vixen. Like, I mean, this could be
100%.
DC's new animated verse if they wanted to.
And that'd be great.
I think it's cool. I think it
Do you
has
know
a lot
that
of
Vixen has a webtoon now?
She does.
Yeah.
Yep, and Zatanna.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Unexpected.
DC
That's
webtoons are
amazing.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a digital first? Or
Well, no, it's webtoon.
No, it's
okay,
webtoons.
yeah, it's
So it's a
webtoons.
weekly chapter release. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I haven't kept up with Vixen, but the Zatanna Ripper one kind of, I'm like, it's got Jack the Ripper in it. So
Nice.
Mhm.
But no, I'd love for them to evolve and do other things. It's just with this particular thing, it's unless they can pull It's Always Sunny, where they let them just go mad. And it's like there's no restraints. Here's 15 seasons of Harley Quinn because we never
I feel like
said
that's a little
no.
harder to do in an animated series because of all the different layers
sure.
of work. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. No, it's
get
way
that, get
harder.
that. But
Yeah.
kind of going to your point, Lauren, they're certainly trying to make these more everybody maybe stronger tent poles, or because Batman and Superman, they are they're everywhere because they're the tent pole characters or the tent pole titles. And now it's nice to see Harley kind of being able to diversify a little bit more. They're trying a little bit more with some of the other characters, which yes, we're not getting them in major titles, we're not getting major ongoings with them or anything like that, but it's still like we're getting them in cartoons, we're getting them on TV shows, we're getting them in other more accessible formats. And I think it's a brilliant way for them to adapt the market instead of printing a $4 or $5 book every month every month for a character that people might not give a shit about. They're like, here's a weekly, more affordable, shorter chapter that doesn't cost the same in regards to resources that you can read for free, and we'll see if that garners any kind of consistent viewing.
Yeah.
I'd
really love for Nightwing's tentpole to be more prominent.
Hey.
Why don't we all?
In the sauna with pizza.
Hey, I would pizza and sauna with Nightwing.
Oh yeah.
Anytime.
My only concern with Harley Quinn is with DC recently changing, with WB recently changing ownership, and then them canceling so many DC TV shows. Like the ones they canceled had queer characters.
Don't get me started, Jamie, because you know me.
Like,
I
we're
will
in
go
another
off.
episode.
Like
I will go off.
I hope that they keep Harley Quinn going and that universe going, but I know how this business works with queer characters. And so,
I mean, it's all they got left in terms of with their television. I mean, with Legends and Batwoman alone gone, and then it's just so. I think, and I mean, that's kind of why I see something in the writers' room with Harley Quinn show and the showrunner and stuff that is similar to like Legend of Tomorrow, where on that show, the main couple there with Ava and Sarah, after season 3, they're like, yeah, we're not, they literally said it, like, we're not breaking them up. They might have little things here or there, but that's done. And I was like, great. And I never got bored with them, like I never got bored with them as a couple. So I see that similarity, I feel like, in Harley Quinn, where it's like, yeah, Harley and Ivy are endgame. There's no changing that. But one thing that I would actually like to see explored is and Palmiotti and Connor's original Harley Quinn run, where Ivy and Harley were first a thing, really. They're polyamorous. And I would like to see that possibly build up in the show here. I just don't think it ever will, because the show is pretty mainstream, and the mainstream won't accept polyamory as a legit thing, which I think is
It's
stupid.
not. I think that'd be great too, but there's no way it'll happen.
Yeah.
Not for how popular. It'd be great, but like,
Yeah.
there's no. It would be one episode, and it would not be taken seriously.
Listen, if they, you know what, I'm gonna say it here. Listen, if they just happen to get to 7 seasons of the show, I'm gonna say 7. All right, if they get to 7 seasons of the show,
Sure.
they're gonna have to do it because they're gonna have nothing else to do.
You've ran out of Catwoman ideas. She's right there. Jeez.
Gotham City
I mean-
spinoff.
Yeah.
Hello.
The Birds of Prey.
Listen, I want the Birds of Prey to be introduced in the show and them to
Oh,
be
yeah.
done properly.
Yes.
And then they get their own spinoff show. It's all right here, guys. It's all happening. This show
That
is
would
the
be-
moment.
But it would be Harley Quinn's Bird of Prey.
No,
Harley Quinn and the Birds
no,
of
it will
Prey.
not.
No, I'm
We're
saying
not
that's
doing
what
that
they
yet.
would do.
No, we're
And
not
it's
doing
just
it
the same
again.
show. It's the exact same show as before.
We're not doing this again, guys.
So-
We're not.
So what spin-off, like what's your top spin-off choice that you want to see from Harley Quinn? Like what character on the show now would you want to see their spin-off?
Kite Man now. Give me a
That
Kite
one is
Man show.
happening.
Catman?
It is
It
happening?
is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they greenlit that. Am I just not right on that?
I am amazing.
Like, I'm pretty sure they
I should have wished
greenlit
for
that.
something better.
Yeah,
Aaron,
it
I
was
know-
ordered at HBO Max April 27th. It was
Amazing.
reported.
Well, cool.
So Aaron's got to head out. So Aaron,
Oh,
besides
yeah.
Kite Man, what spin-off would you want to see?
I would want to see a Swamp Thing one.
Yes.
Nice. All right.
Supported.
Or Aquaman,
Good.
actually.
Aquaman.
Because that weird ass Aquaman cartoon that was also on HBO, like it was totally for kids, but the animation style was wild as shit. That was hilarious. That was fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
Nice.
But give me that kind of vibe with the Harley Quinn art style and him going on about his family jewels.
There you
Definitely.
go.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think that could be
Sweet.
Awesome.
absurd. Anyway,
Well, thank you,
I do
Aaron.
have to go. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You
Bye.
shall be, I'll be a reckoning.
Now,
Ends the
Something
show right
green.
I would
If
love to
you-
see a undercover Clayface
Amazing.
show.
A noir
I was thinking something
Clayface.
Yes. Yes.
And he's just like, he narrates stuff, and it's, that'd be great. I would also be Green Lantern. Something would make my day. I don't think it'll ever happen, but I also, after Kite Man's already been a thing, so that's not my thing. I would also like a Clayface one, but I would like it to be an actual kids show. All of a sudden they go like PG with it,
Mhm.
and it's like sing-alongs, and it's just like Clayface being like goofy and zany without villains being around, and he's just super wholesome, trying to use his theater degree and like getting
Kinda like
into
the
like
Baymax
antics.
show, but for theater.
Yes, yes.
I love it.
That's
I would.
great.
I think that would be funny to expand the universe immediately, and it's completely different than the other show. They're like, here's something kid-friendly and wholesome. Enjoy.
I would love a spin-off show that's a reality show with Bane just going to different places trying to do like rehabilitation. Like kind of like Gordon Ramsay's like kitchen
Yeah.
nightmares. He goes to different kitchens. He
Yes.
goes to different rehabs facilities and is like, so here's what you're doing wrong. Where's your choir
He-
class? Where is it?
Amazing.
He rehabs different DC villains. Like,
Yes.
He gives different DC villains
Queer
advice.
Eye. He queer eyes them, but he goes
Yeah.
through,
Bane
and
Eye.
it's the Bane Eye. And throughout the show, he picks up and he gets his own Fab Five, where it's like
Yes.
Riddler helps with exercise and like getting in shape.
Bane Eye for the bad guy. There we go.
Oh my
There we go.
God! There
Done.
it
Right
is.
there.
Done.
Done.
Bane Eye for the
Good
bad
night.
guy. Let's go. I'm for it. Oh, that'd be incredible. Oh,
There you go.
I'm just gonna be disappointed by whatever spinoff happens.
We just ruined it for ourselves.
Because that's
Yeah.
it.
I know. Yeah. Oh
Oh,
well.
yes. If you don't change your ways, you'll die early. I'm just being real. Like, oh fuck, it hits you in the feels too, Bane.
His-
Okay.
His answer every time is more venom. You know. Or
I have
what's
a
it?
concoction for you. Yeah.
Brrr.
Everyone just everyone at the end is super buff. That'd be great.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, any other thoughts we want to have or say about Harley Quinn and why we love it so?
It's
Uh,
awesome.
I know I won't get it, even though it's an MA show, so I don't understand why I won't get it. But I want on-screen sex scene. Thank you. I'm
Oh,
gay. I'm a
yeah.
whore.
It's
Can you
not
blame
gonna
me?
happen, but that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
What's the point of an MA rating? What's the point?
It's so they can say fuck. That's it.
Yeah.
We need to
And
reevaluate
bite
these
heads
ratings.
off of. It's because it's American made, so violence and swearing are what make it MA and not sex.
God damn it! Are
Yep,
we
it
selling
sucks.
sex in this country? What the world, guys?
Oh, for
The one
sure.
time
If
I
it
want
wasn't tied to the same place that tries to sell like YA novels and everything, because it's tied to DC.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
can't. If they do an on-screen sex, it would be like soft core.
Mhm.
It would be.
That's what I want.
But I'm saying we
If I
get it,
want
but it would be
Pornhub,
like
I'll go to
5 seconds of like everything is
Yeah.
like not seen, and it would be
Yep.
implied, which is what we got.
Yeah.
Even when
Yep.
Dr. Psycho was like, "Here's
Yep.
their sex," we got them like
That scene was so weird. Like,
super weird. The fact that I was like, "Why isn't Ivy or Harley hitting him in the head while he's projecting their sex on the screen?" Like,
okay, listen, I understand Harley at least because she totally likes to watch herself. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't
Ivy
know what
would be
Ivy was doing,
mortified though.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what she was doing.
Ivy would be like, "Nope, and Thorns, you're dead."
Like, nope, that's my business. Nope.
Nope. And that was with
Angela.
Kite Man's right there while they were still together. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Alfred peeking though, Alfred trying to be like the whole British, it was perfect.
Yes.
The British decorum,
Yeah.
like, I can't look, but also, hello.
Alfred is so good in this show.
Yeah,
So
Alfred
good.
was great with the keeping Bruce from going back to being Batman.
Mhm.
Was excellent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
this show's great.
Yep.
I'm
Well,
just excited.
oh, I'm so excited. Yep. So I think we're pretty good for the night.
Yeah.
Anyone has any last thoughts? But yeah, Lauren, you want to tell everyone where they can find you one more time?
Oh yeah, you can find me on Twitter. It's right there. Where's there? It's down there. My finger's very scary.
Right there.
But you can find me on Twitter there. And yeah, I'm
Awesome.
excited. I'm hoping to talk more about this next week, but next week I also have a con and a concert and a million things I'm doing, but I will find a way to scream more about the show. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Look forward to it. Todd, any last things want to throw in?
Make sure to check out foreveryone.media.com. There's stuff coming out probably. Burrito's probably doing something probably. There's always a review from wonderful Jamie on Hear Everyone Reviews. Every Friday-ish. You can find it there, assuming that I'm on the ball.
And I'm on the ball too. The past couple times is good because I didn't get the damn thing written until
it's
last minute.
Assuming Jamie and I are both on the ball, which isn't every time, Fridays or near Friday. But really, you should just check out at For Everyone Media on Twitter, and we'll let you know. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, Harley Quinn's dope.
Yep. All right, everyone. Have a great evening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.